Live at 5, a community concerned after a member of the Clean and Safe team was violently assaulted in Duluth. Plus, people impacted by flooding up north can start picking up free gas cards. But first,
President Biden signs an executive order to protect access to abortion. I'm Deborah Alfarone at the White House with details of the order, plus the president's plea to Congress.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Nora McEwen. President Biden announced new actions Friday to protect access to abortion. That's in response to the recent Supreme Court ruling overturning the Roe v. Wade decision that legalized abortion nearly 50 years ago. Deborah Alfarone reports from the White House.
President Biden signed an executive order Friday as he sharply criticized last month's Supreme Court ruling that overturned 1973's Roe v. Wade decision that legalized abortion.
What we're witnessing wasn't a constitutional judgment. It was an exercise in raw political power.
The president directed Health and Human Services to protect access to abortion medication and to ensure emergency medical care for pregnant women and those experiencing pregnancy loss. The order also directs agencies to educate medical providers and insurers about how and when they're required to share privileged patient information with authorities. Abortion rights advocates fear that information could be used to prosecute women who have the procedure. And the president is asking the Federal Trade Commission to take steps to protect the privacy of those seeking reproductive care online. The president signed the order amid growing criticism from fellow Democrats that he wasn't responding forcefully enough. But the president said that his ability to protect abortion access is limited without congressional action.
The fastest way to restore Roe is to pass a national law codifying Roe. Go out and vote. Well, for God's sake, there's an election in November. Vote, 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 vote.
Since the court's ruling, at least 10 states have enacted a near total ban on abortion. Within months, the procedure could be illegal or severely restricted in nearly 24 states. Deborah Alfarone, CBS News, the White House.
The White House said it will also help coordinate free legal assistance to help women and providers navigate new state restrictions. And some private companies are offering transportation assistance to women employees who are forced to cross a state line to terminate pregnancy. Elon Musk's tumultuous $44 billion bid to buy Twitter is on the verge of collapse. The Tesla CEO sent a letter to Twitter's board saying he is terminating the acquisition. Twitter did not immediately respond to a message for comment. It is not entirely clear whether Twitter's board will accept the $1 billion breakup fee or if there will be a court battle over this deal. The possible unraveling of the deal is just the latest twist in a saga between the world's richest man and one of the most influential social media platforms. Tonight, questions from the community after a serious assault on a member of the downtown Clean and Safe team earlier this week. Michael Hansen was charged with felony assault, threats of violence, assaulting a police officer, and violating his probation. The altercation left 65-year-old Cecile Simonson in the hospital, where she was treated for a lower back fracture. Today, CBS 3's Quinn Gorham spoke with Simonson's son as she recovers at home. Quinn, what is the family asking for in the aftermath?
Nora, the short answer is accountability. Hansen was a repeat offender, and Simonson's son, Jerry, believes he shouldn't have even been out on the street to begin with. Police say 37-year-old Hansen crossed paths with Simonson Monday evening before smashing her head into the railing and assaulting her in the deck parking ramp. At the time, Hansen was out on pretrial release for a similar assault he allegedly carried out in April. The courts were limiting the inmates inside the jail due to COVID, and meanwhile, Simonson is now recovering at home after being released from the hospital. Her son Jerry says her spirits are high, but she's still shaken up from the incident. As for Jerry, he says he's upset, frustrated, and confused that Hansen was on the street unsupervised in the first place. He wants to see more accountability for offenders like Hansen, as well as better safety for members of the Clean and Safe team.
When somebody is arrested for something, don't let them back out. I mean, this guy was already on supervised release for assaulting somebody else in basically the same area. He should not have been on the streets.
Now, Jerry says his mother is eager to get back helping on the streets, but will be at home resting for the time being. As for legal action, this will obviously go to court as a criminal case. While Jerry says they have no plans currently to sue, that might change if an attorney presents them with a strong enough case.
Thanks, Quinn. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from the Greater Downtown Council about their renewed calls for safety downtown. Wisconsin's Supreme Court won't allow most absentee ballot drop boxes this election cycle. The conservative-controlled court says the drop boxes can only be placed in election offices and that no one other than the voter can return a ballot in person. The decision is a defeat for Democrats in the battleground state. Governor Tony Evers is worried this will make it harder for people to vote.
Anytime we decide to take away one of those things that make elections work in this state, to make sure more people vote, as many people, eligible people to vote as possible, that's a step backwards.
Wisconsin's Republican U.S. Senator calls this decision a big step in the right direction. He added, regardless of political affiliation, the goal should be to restore confidence in our election system. And he thinks this move helps to do that. The Wisconsin Supreme Court says local health officers can issue their own orders to slow diseases. That's something we saw happen quite a bit during the pandemic when county health departments required residents to wear masks indoors. The ruling today means health officers don't need to wait for governing bodies like city councils or county boards to take action. Outfitters in northern Minnesota are anxiously waiting for a big travel restriction to be lifted. A program allowing people to cross into remote areas of Canada without reporting to border officials resumes soon. That news from the Canada Border Service was from the Canada Border Services Agency. The program was suspended in May 2020 when COVID took hold. Many businesses in far northeast Minnesota help people prepare for canoe trips into the BWCA and Quetico wilderness in Canada. We hear from them about the big impact this could have at 6. Starting today, people impacted by flooding up north can start picking up free gas gift cards. The Salvation Army is handing them out to qualified homeowners in their service center in International Falls. They'll be there until 8 tonight and from 10 to 5 tomorrow. Call ahead to see if you meet the requirements. We have a phone number on our website. Salvation Army leaders say this is one way to ease the burden, especially with food access and gas prices being a big challenge right now. Well, Dave joins us now for a first look at the weather out there.
Well, we have to start by saying that the flood warning for up north near International Falls, Rainier and Ray is still in effect until further notice, but the water is going down as we talked about yesterday. Quinn Gorham told us all about that. Now I'm going to tell you all about the beautiful day that we had today, despite that flood warning. With high pressure in control, we had more sunshine than anything else, and our high temperatures weren't as high as yesterday, but still very summery. 68 to 72 was cooler by the lake today, and 75 to about 82 degrees is what we're having right at this moment here for inland areas. Tomorrow's temperatures probably very similar as high pressure continues at least for Saturday. So a sunny Saturday could give way towards a stormy Sunday as a low pressure system from the west takes over on that day. The chance is going to be 50-50 for those showers and storms come Sunday, but for the short term, enjoy the pleasant weather while you can. Tonight, clear to partly cloudy with a low near 50. Saturday, I think we'll hit 74 here in the Twin Ports, 80 not out of the question inland. The mostly sunny sky of Saturday gets filled in with some clouds on Sunday when that rain chance starts. I'll talk about how much could come down and how long it'll last in just a few more minutes.
Dave, still to come on Live at 5. Nice weather tomorrow means a weekend in the woods. Trail events and tips from across the Northland coming up in Trail by Trail.
Coronavirus work injuries. Call Stockman Law Office. Return to work issues. Payment of medical bills and lost wages. Call anytime. 218-576-8599. No recovery, no fee. Please stay safe and healthy. Stockman Law Office. Serious injuries, serious law.
Keep life zesty with Zantac 360 Degrees. Heartburn can't stop this party because Zantac 360's triple action prevents, relieves, and lasts, working in as little as 15 minutes. Keep life zesty with Zantac 360.
Epilepsy can affect anyone with a brain.
It does not discriminate.
If you have a brain,
you can get epilepsy.
But here's something that's just as important to know.
Anyone with a brain can affect epilepsy.
So let's use our brains to do just that.
Let's change the way people think about epilepsy.
To find cures.
Because if all of us can get epilepsy,
all of us can end epilepsy.
We just need to use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains.
Let's use our brains to end epilepsy.
Couple questions.
Do you think it's time for schools to reopen?
There is some positive breaking news.
We've got a lot of important new information for you and your family.
I love living in the Northland. I've lived here now for about coming on 9 years. And the community, I think, is something really special. Once I was able to really sink my teeth into who Duluth is as a community, it really made things a whole lot more special. We have such a wide viewing area. We span all the way from northern Minnesota to the Twin Ports into Wisconsin, over to Michigan. There's endless opportunities for you to get to know a community.
Start your morning with Natalie Grant and Peter Kavitkauskas on CBS 3.
Hi, everyone. I'm Natalie Grant. I am so excited to be waking up with you every weekday from 5 to 7 right here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at Bayfront tonight, where the community is finally able to celebrate the 4th of July. Fourth Fest, along with the city's fireworks display, were canceled Monday because of weather. They rescheduled the music, vendors, and of course the fireworks for tonight. Gates opened at 4:30, fireworks start at 10:10. Dave will be in with your weekend forecast in just a few minutes, but first let's take a look around the region. An ATV safety course available in Ashland next week, and knowing which state parks allow off-highway vehicles in Minnesota. All that and more as we take you around the Northland trail by trail. We start things off in Ironwood, Michigan tonight with a ride to kick off Festival Ironwood. This Wednesday, July 13th, is the first of the 5-day-long community event. In addition to other opening night events, there will be a Fat Tire Club ride. Riders will meet at Depot Park at 6 and head out at 6:30. Helmets are required. Due to all the Festival Ironwood activities, there are detoured ATV routes that will reopen on the 19th. Next, we head to Ashland, where registration is still open for upcoming ATV safety courses. According to Wisconsin state law, all ATV operators over the age of 12 must possess a valid ATV safety certificate. Additionally, all ATV safety certified youth aged 12 to 15 must be accompanied by an adult except for agricultural purposes. Next week, Friday and Saturday, is one of the only safety course offerings in our area for a while. Registration is only $10 and parents must attend the first day with their student. And we wrap up in Minnesota with information for those riding in state parks. Each park is open to different off-highway vehicles. The 3 levels are closed, limited, and managed. Off-highway vehicles include any ATVs, motorcycles, or other vehicles. In our region, most parks are managed, meaning trails are open to all OHVs unless otherwise posted. A few parks in our area are mixed classification, so riders should always check what is allowed before heading out. We'll have a link to the State Forest Trail Map on our website. If you or someone you know is part of a local trail club or alliance, send us a trail report, and it might be featured as we go around the Northland trail by trail. Still to come on Live at 5, Duluth band Trampled by Turtles returns to Bayfront Festival Park tomorrow. We hear from the band about why this hometown concert means so much to them. Coming up.
Back in 1936, we were in the midst of a huge heat wave. So today's record high is 98 degrees from that year. Today, the normal is 77. We made it to 73 closer to the lake, around 80 inland. A nice bracketing of normal, which will continue tomorrow. Similar sky conditions tomorrow as well, like we're seeing right here now in downtown Duluth. But Sunday is a day of change, and we'll talk about which way the weather will roll then, coming up after our break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
I'm Nora Norah O'Donnell in our nation's capital.
We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
We've never done an interview like this before.
That's correct. Tonight, a congressional investigation sparked by reporting from CBS News.
What's your message to consumers?
They need help now. Tell him I feel it.
The CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell from Washington, D.C. on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
We will witness yet another moment in history. Second orange? You do? Here. America needs drivers.
And we're here to help.
What are you learning from Girls on the Run?
Never give up and to always keep trying.
If I'm a parent in your state, I'm like, what's Congress doing? Beyond this gate is actually the border with Ukraine. We've seen people not just opening their hearts to Ukrainian refugees, but their homes.
Where will you go?
I'm here for you. Second orange? You do? Here. America needs drivers.
And we're here to help.
What are you learning from Girls on the Run?
Never give up and to always keep trying.
If I'm a parent in your state, I'm like, what's Congress doing? Beyond this gate is actually the border with Ukraine. We've seen people not just opening their hearts to Ukrainian refugees, but their homes.
Where will you go?
I'm here for you.
Coming up tonight at 6, businesses in northern Minnesota are anxiously waiting for a big travel restriction to be lifted.
Tonight should be calm, Saturday should be sunny, but Sunday could be another story, which we'll tell you about at 6.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kevikauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3. Get your news on the go, the CBS 3 mobile app. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Our friend Paul Plusquick, he's a Facebook buddy of mine from up north in the Virginia area, or at least that's where he's from originally, and he gets some pretty nice nature shots. And today he's got this loon family enjoying the weather. Mom and dad and the little babies out going for a swim. A lot of us are hoping for a swim this weekend too, and the weather I think will be supportive of that on Saturday. Sunday could be a different story, a stormier story that we'll tell the tale of here in just a little bit. We move to the current conditions at Duluth International to start our look at the week ahead, and right now it starts, well, like if it was March, it would be coming in like a lamb. Again, it'll leave like a lion on Sunday. Right now, sunshine at the airport in Duluth, current temp is 72, warmer inland, east wind 11 miles per hour, 43% for our relative humidity, air pressure high at 30.24 inches. We waited a few days for that high to slowly make its lackluster way into our region, but today it's here. And so the current Doppler map shows hardly any clouds in the sky in Minnesota, Wisconsin. Not too many clouds in the sky. The UP, it's clear there as well. A few showers that tried to pop up in northern parts of Cook County and Lake County in the boundary waters, but those were few and far between and very short-lived. These clear conditions, courtesy of that high that we talked about, that took a couple of days to finally amble into the region. And it'll try to amble out after tomorrow. In the evening, it'll start to slip away, setting the stage for this low-pressure system to come our way. And this one will try to pack a punch. We take a look at Sunday when it begins. Well, we tried to take a look at it at Sunday when it begins. There, now we get the map to stick. A good chunk of Minnesota is looking at a slight risk for severe thunderstorms on Sunday. And those slight chances have been paying off pretty well here this season. So keep an eye to the sky Sunday. Saturday calm, Sunday could be a little wilder. The North Shore and the Twin Ports and northern Wisconsin and the UP, a marginal chance for severe weather, but those chances have been paying off this year as well. So folks have to be cautious as we get into Sunday, and the storm chance could last through Tuesday. The first wave, the Sunday wave, could be pretty juicy as far as rain goes. Parts of the Minnesota Arrowhead could go from a ½ inch to even an inch plus, while the North Shore doesn't get that much. 3/100 for two harbors, according to the latest charts. Close to a ½ inch for the Twin Ports, 3/4 of an inch in Superior, and it could be fairly juicy, like I've been saying here. through much of northern Wisconsin and into the UP. And this is only day one of the rain chance. Again, that could last till Tuesday. Tonight, no rain. Minnesota, clear to partly cloudy. Low temps, 47 to about 52 degrees. Into Wisconsin and Michigan we go, where it's clear to partly cloudy there as well, with low temps from 47 to 50. Tomorrow, sunshine on the shoulders of Wisconsin and Michigan. Make folks there happy. High temp 75 to 80. The normal is 77. We've got it covered on both ends. Minnesota could be in the low to mid 60s for the lake, but 74 to 82 inland with sunshine. And the day of change, like we mentioned, is Sunday. The storm chance comes in and brings in with its warm front a high of 83 degrees, then 80 and stormy on Monday, 77 and potentially stormy on Tuesday, followed by calmer and sunnier and drier conditions with highs from 75 to 80 next Wednesday to Friday, Nora.
Well, do you have any plans? You got to get them done tomorrow before the storms start rolling in Sunday.
That's the way it looks, and there's a lot of things on my docket, a lot of chores that need to be done, indeed.
What do you got to do?
Oh, I have to do whatever my wife tells me. That's what I have to do, and it may involve gardening, house cleaning, lawn mowing, all those sorts of things.
Yeah, but it's actually kind of nice in the summer to get out in the yard and do the work out there, I think.
It is. It really is. It's all right.
As long as you do it on the nice days, not the crazy rain.
Yeah, that's not so much fun.
Well, thanks, Dave. It's a big weekend for the Duluth music scene. The band Trampled by Turtles started together in Duluth almost 20 years ago and have since made it big, touring around the country. Now they're back in town for a performance at Bayfront tomorrow. The sold-out show will feature another local artist, Emma Jean Rothwell. Rothwell won the band's contest, awarding a $5,000 grant for a new Twin Ports artist. She also gets to open for the band on Saturday. Trampled by Turtles lead singer Dave Simonette says he loves coming back to perform at Bayfront.
It ranks right up there with anywhere else that I played, I'll say that. And so it's always a very exciting thing. And it's really fun for that to be our kind of hometown show. You can never count on the weather, man, but it's all right. It's such a cool vibe there.
Doors will open at Bayfront at 4 tomorrow afternoon, and the show will start at 6:30. Tomorrow we'll hear from Rothwell about what it means to be supported by the band. An historic Duluth road race is about a week away, and there's still a chance to sign up. The 51st annual Park Point 5-mile run and 2-mile walk is next Thursday. It starts at 6:30 p.m. near the Park Point Beach House. According to race organizers, there's still about 250 spots open, so they're encouraging people to sign up. Still to come, the unemployment rate stayed the same last month as the pace of hiring began to slow. What experts say this means for interest rates next.
Hi, folks. Medicare Part C plans with extra benefits like getting money added back to your Social Security check may now be available to you in your zip code. Make sure you're not missing out. It's simple. 1, call the number on your screen. 2, they'll look up your zip code and see if you're eligible. 3, they'll check for plans with extra benefits like prescriptions, dental coverage, and the benefit that adds money back to your Social Security check every single month. Call now.
I called to get everything I deserve.
I called to check my zip code for a plan with a benefit that adds money back to my Social Security check.
I called to check my zip code.
Millions of people have called the Medicare Coverage Helpline. Call, check your zip code, see if you're eligible, and get what you deserve. Call now.
Call 1-800-310-2570. That's 1-800-310-2570 now.
We've all been there. All of a sudden, your check engine light comes on. Insurance covers your vehicle from accidents, but did you know it doesn't cover expensive breakdowns? If your manufacturer's warranty is expired or is about to run out, you'll be on the hook for unexpected repairs. A broken AC unit costs over $1,800, transmission over $3,000, and an engine over $4,000. Breakdowns used to mean paying thousands out of pocket, until now.
As a mechanic, I always recommend my customers have an auto protection plan. You never know when a breakdown can strike, and you need coverage you can count on. Endurance has been putting money back in Americans' pockets for nearly 2 decades, and their plans are crafted by real auto experts like me. That's why they're the only company I trust.
No matter how many miles your car has, if it's under 20 years old, Endurance has you covered. That means insurance plus Endurance equals total protection. If you break down, just choose the local repair shop you trust. Endurance pays them directly. No complicated paperwork, no checks in the mail. Endurance takes care of all of it for you. Your plan even covers 24/7 roadside assistance. If you break down, Endurance jumps your battery, tows, delivers gas, changes a flat, unlocks your car, and more. Call now and we'll upgrade you to an Endurance Elite membership free with thousands of dollars of benefits at no extra cost. Endurance is the #1 trusted expert in vehicle protection, recommended by Consumer Affairs and highly rated by customers on major review sites. We offer affordable down payments, low monthly plans, flexible terms, and a money-back guarantee. At Endurance, we administer our own plans, meaning no middleman and no runaround.
So don't drive another second without auto protection from the experts at Endurance.
Call 800-518-6729 for a free price quote. That's 800-518-6729.
Keep life zesty with Zantac 360 Degrees. Heartburn can't stop this party because Zantac 360's triple action prevents, relieves, and lasts, working in as little as 15 minutes. Keep life zesty with Zantac 360.
The latest job numbers are out and show that U.S. employers continue to hire at a strong pace, despite signs of weakness in the economy. Michael George has the latest.
Last month, hundreds of people stood in line to apply for work with the Broward County Sheriff's Office in Florida. The job fair recruited potential 911 operators with pay starting at $57,000 a year.
I am shocked. I'm actually overwhelmed at what the representation from the community has actually showed up for us.
The Labor Department says the economy added a better than expected 372,000 jobs in June, and the unemployment rate stayed at a pandemic low 3.6%.
I think that this shows that the labor market continues to be pretty strong. We are downshifting into a new gear of the COVID era.
CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger says hiring is slowing from previous months, but this new report shows the labor market remains solid.
In fact, if we're worried about an economic slowdown or a recession, this report has no proof of that at all.
There are plenty of jobs available. The latest data shows there were 11.3 million job openings just over a month ago. Many industries, including restaurants, continue to suffer through a worker shortage. Even local pools in cities across the country can't find enough lifeguards. While the job market is strong, inflation remains a problem. The Federal Reserve has been raising interest rates in an attempt to ease price hikes.
They will do so again in a few weeks. They're going to likely rise by another 0.75 percentage point at the July meeting.
But the boost to rates won't have an immediate effect. Schlesinger says shoppers can expect to keep paying high prices through the summer. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
On this Friday night, Steve Hartman goes on the road with a very special dog whose head-turning catwalk is a worldwide inspiration.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. When joint pain or injury becomes too much to bear, turn to Essentia Health's expert team to keep you moving forward.
Oh, somebody ordered DQ.
Fernando, he's here.
The drumstick with peanuts blizzard and new caramel drumstick with peanuts blizzard, both with drumstick pieces and world-famous soft serve. That's 2 DQ All-Stars. Wait for 2 MLB All-Stars?
No way.
Ooh, play it cool, Mr. Delivery Man.
Thank you, Bobby.
That's so good. Play it cool, big hitter.
Have a good blizzard. Have a great season.
Big day for everybody.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
Be careful not to.
I know. Moving is as hard as it sounds, but moving your internet to Extreme won't be. Just give us a call and we'll handle it all.
That sounds amazing.
Good, because that definitely did not. Move to Extreme and get our smart internet package as low as $39.99 a month for 1 year. Call 844-EXTREME2.
Dear Lifehouse, when people ask who raised me, I say you.
I was homeless, lost, and alone.
You helped me find my way.
You helped me up.
I started to believe someone could love me.
I'm doing things I never thought I could.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lifehouse has been rooted in hope for 30 years with a mission to reconnect homeless and street youth to their dreams. We never give up on our youth, ever.
When it comes to sports, there's one guy who's dunking on the competition. For all your local sports, Duncan Goldberg. Evenings on Live Local CBS 3.
I'm meteorologist Peter Kevikauskas. Wake up with us here on CBS 3.
Wake up with Natalie and Peter on CBS 3.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Friday evening. As we mentioned, Fourth Fest is underway just down the street at Bayfront. Certainly exciting to see those celebrations take place. And we also have some exciting news inside our studio here tonight. We have Paul Brown here, came all the way from Austin, Texas.
Yes.
And he'll be joining us as the full-time next week as our nightly anchor. Paul, will you tell us a little about yourself?
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for saying exciting. I don't know if I can live up to that building. It's great to be here. I know we only have a little bit of time, but thank you for letting me introduce myself. I'm all the way from the other side of I-35 to here, but have been anchoring there in Austin as well as teaching some journalism there as well. My wife is the new CEO for Goodwill Duluth, so we are excited to be here. We love to camp and to hike, and we have a trailer that we've named Nellie after Nellie Bly, the explorer and journalist.
Yes, you'll definitely fit right in. That's all we have for 5. We'll see you back here at 6.